As they say, you are never fully dressed without a smile. This timeless quote highlights the importance of having a genuine smile in making a positive impression, as it reflects happiness and confidence. So, how do we ensure our oral appearance and hygiene are at their very best every minute of the day? I am Doc Rob, a medical biochemistry professor and general practitioner, welcoming you to today's episode of Lifeline, the show where we improve our lives by feeding our minds. For today's episode of Lifeline, I am with one of the dentists from the UST Health Service. Let's welcome Dr. Reynerio Dries. Good afternoon po, Doc.
Hi, good afternoon, Doc Rob.
So how are you feeling right now po, Doc, that you're here with us today?
Actually, I'm anxious and nervous. I'm not used to the camera.
Hey, Doc, don't worry, Doc. Isusupport ko kayo, no? As we go along our Q&A portion or interview for this segment. Okay, so I'm sure our audience is looking forward to diving into our topic for today. And so with that said, I think it's time to start with the first set of questions, no? So since Doc Ray is a dentist, we'll be asking questions related to our oral hygiene, oral health, no? How do we make our smiles better, no? Parang ganon. Okay, so for our first question, Dr. Ray, what are the essential daily practices for maintaining good oral hygiene?
Before we dive into that, let me explain first, ano ba tong nililinis natin at bakit natin kailangang i-maintain ang ating mga ngipin. First off, let's see the teeth as they are. Yung anteriors natin are called the incisors, the crop, and they are essentially flat sa harap at sa likod. And then following that, there is the cuspid, yung pangil natin. Siya naman ay matulis and it's made for tearing into meat or other food. And then following that are the premolars na essentially the same sa cuspid. And then we have the molars. The molars are rounded and yung occlusal surface niya or yung ibabaw ng ngipin is hindi naman siya flat. So there are indentations on top of the teeth that sometimes medyo malalim na sinisingitan ng ating pagkain. So the essentials of oral hygiene is we have to clean all these surfaces ng ngipin na mag-accumulate ng food debris. So we use the toothbrush, the floss, and the mouthwash in adjunct to our regular oral hygiene regimen.
Okay, so yung basically, Doc, no, yung mga ginagawa talaga dapat natin every day, no, para ma-protect yung mga teeth natin. So, ayun, syempre, masarap kumain, no? So, ang dami nating kinakain. So, yung mga kinakain natin, usually nasa stock sa mga spaces or gaps or yung mga indentations po na nabanggit nyo kanina, Doc Ray. So talagang kailangan po natin siyang linisin para ma-avoid yung mga pag-accumulate or pagkakaroon ng mga bacterial infection, no, Doc?
Yes, yes.
Tsaka yung mga cavities po na tinatawag natin.
Yes.
Okay. So as a dentist po, Doc Ray, have you noticed any oral hygiene practices that are often overlooked by your patients?
Well, usually kasi yung flossing ang nakakalimutan eh. As I have said, yung teeth natin, hindi naman siya flat. It's rounded and in between there are contact points ng bawat ngipin. Doon usually nag-stuck yung food. At saka pag brush lang, hindi naaabot yung area na yon. So we have to floss also. And we have to use mouthwash to rinse away yung bacteria.
So talagang dapat pala part din po siya nung oral hygiene practices po natin. No?
Yes.
Okay, Doc. Sige po. So next question ko po, Doc. Do you think there are any dental hygiene challenges that are unique only to patients who have braces?
Yes, there is. since braces are, if you have seen braces up close, marami siyang sabit-sabit. Doon namin ina-attach yung mga ligature wire and elastic. So, mag-aano siya, magkokos siya ng food trap. So, you have to take extra care pagka nagbabrush. You use a special brush for them. Mayroon kaming tinatawag na interdental brush which you could put in between the braces para ma-clean in between.
So, since ayun, no, for sa mga kapatid natin na may braces, no, talagang mas doble effort tayo sa pag-maintain ng oral hygiene natin. Okay, so next question ko po, Doc. Does oral hygiene differ for children, adults, and seniors, or depending on the age group? Or are they just the same regardless of these different age groups?
Well, generally they are the same but with some differences. For children kasi, medyo hindi pa sila aware on how to do the proper brushing of the teeth. So we have to take extra time to see to it that they do it properly. And we have to take care of the deciduous teeth or the primary teeth, yung baby teeth. Kasi there will be the foundation of the occlusion of the permanent teeth. Now, in the adult, usually complete na yung set ng ngipin, even the wisdom teeth, the third molars are erupted. For those that have the third molar, medyo mahirap i-reach in yung brush dun sa loob. Kaya you have to take time. You have to give it some bigyan natin ng panahon to reach that teeth. Medyo mahirap kung minsan nakakalimutan eh. Then for the elderly, most of them may dentures na eh. Medyo nakakalimutan din natin na pagka may dentures ka, hindi lang yung ngipin ang binabrush. Even the dentures have to be brushed. Especially yung inside ng dentures, the one that is in contact with the natural teeth.
Doc, na-curious ako dun sa sinabi nyo kanina about sa wisdom tooth. Like, kunwari ako, Doc, parang hindi ko siya kasi nafe-feel sa likod, pero present po ba talaga siya na parang nakalabas siya doon?
Generally, meron. Present siya. Lately, napapansin namin na maraming cases ng wisdom teeth na impacted. Meaning to say, hindi diretso yung tubo niya. Sa gilid. So, those are food impaction area.
Okay, Doc. Sige po. Thank you po. Sa ngayon, Doc, hindi pa naman impacted yung wisdom teeth ko. Hindi pa sila sumasakit din. Okay. So, next question ko po, Doc. Bilang nabanggit natin kanina na masarap kumain, no, dito po sa UST, marami tayong mga well-known food spots near the campus. So, how does the diet of an individual play a role in their overall dental health? Malaking epekto niyan. Especially for those na mahilig sa mga carbohydrates, starchy food. Kasi ang primary cause ng tooth decay is yung fermentation ng mga sugar, starch. Pag nag-ferment yan, it will form acids that will destroy the enamel of the teeth. So, medyo iwas-iwas tayo sa carbs. More on the fibrous food para nakiklense din yung teeth pagka kumakain ka ng fibrous food eh. Parang Doc, sa bata, pag sinasabi natin na wag kang kain ng candy kasi baka masira yung ngipin mo. So, hindi lang siya parang kasabihan. Totoo talaga siya na may reason behind that.
Yes.
Okay, kasi yung mga candy, mataas ang sugar niyan. Sugars, carbohydrates po, no?
Yes.
So, ayun, nabanggit ni Doc kanina na if hindi nalinis na maayos ang ngipin at na-ferment yung mga sugars na ito sa ating teeth, pwedeng masira yung enamel ng mga ngipin natin. Doc, ano nga po ba ang enamel ng ngipin? Ito po ba yung parang outer protective na layer niya?
Yes, it's the topmost layer of the teeth. Siya ang pinakamatigas actually na part of the human body. Mas matigas siya sa bone. So, almost 98% is inorganic material na mineral. That's why it's susceptible to acids. Yun.
Okay. Sige po. Thank you po, Doc Ray. No, first part pa lang yan ng ating Q&A portion with Dr. Ray. So, before we proceed with the last few sets of questions, punta muna tayo dito sa segment natin sa Lifeline na tinatawag nating mythical operations. So here, Doc, we will be dissecting certain statements, no? And we will be checking if they're facts or myths. So, magsasabi po ako sa inyo ng mga statements, tapos sabihin nyo lang po sa akin, Doc, kung facts or myths sila. Pwede nyo rin pong i-explain kung ba't ganun po ang naging sagot ninyo. Okay? Ready na po kayo, Doc?
Ready?
Okay, sige po. Alright, so for our first statement, hard bristled toothbrushes clean your teeth better than soft bristled toothbrushes. Is this a fact or myth, Doc Ray?
I'd say it's a myth. It's not the quality of the brush, it's the quality of the brushing. So, you take time to brush, not too hard, because na-abrade din yung enamel eh. If you use hard bristles, pag diniin mo pa, mas mabilis ma-abrade yung enamel. So, soft bristles will do, and even medium bristles will do.
Okay. So again, it's not about the quality of the toothbrush, it's about the quality of the brushing, sabi ni Doc Ray. Okay, so next statement po, Doc. Natural remedies such as oil pulling or charcoal are always effective for improving dental hygiene.
I'd say it's a fact. Ang ano dito is, if you're in an isolated area, you could do this to help yung oral hygiene mo. But in the modern times na available sa atin all modern amenities, we could resort to that modern amenities na lang. Yung tooth pulling is I've read na magagurgle ka lang ng ano or swish around yung mineral oil sa mouth. If for our audience information, you swish it around the mouth, then you spit it out. It's just the same as using a mouthwash. Yan. Then yung charcoal, medyo abrasive naman siya. So, it would help also, pero why you resort to that kung you have those modern amenities na?
Okay. Sige po. Thank you po, Doc Ray. For our third statement po, and I think this is the last, chewing sugar-free gum can be good for your oral health.
Yes. This new sugar they call xylitol. Makikita niyo yan sa mga gums. Some gums are branded as xylitol talaga. Some will say they have xylitol added to it. But xylitol is a sugar alcohol. It inhibits yung formation ng acid forming bacteria sa mouth. And at the same time, nare-reduce yung intake mo ng sugar. Yun.
Okay. So, Doc, parang nakikita ko din sa mga labels ng chewing gums na may xylitol or yung mga xylitol gums no, na they can help prevent bad breath. No, Doc? Diba, Doc, ang bad breath parang related din siya dun sa mga sugar fermenting bacteria. Tama po ba?
Yes, tama yun.
Okay. Sige po. Thank you, Doc. And I think that's it for this episode's round of mythical operations. So at this juncture, we will be going on a short break, but stay tuned, our dear viewers, because once we return, we'll be discussing more about dental hygiene with Dr. Reynerio Dres.
To educate about health,
to help you understand your wellness.
here we improve our lives.
By feeding our minds.
This is Lifeline.
And we are back here in Lifeline. Before the break, our lovely guest, Dr. Ray, helped us disseminate some of the facts and myths regarding proper dental hygiene. And now, for our next segment, we'll be asking some questions regarding oral health issues in relation to dental hygiene. So now, Doc, are you ready for the next part?
Okay, let's do.
Okay. All right. So let's begin with the first question. What are the common causes of tooth loss in relation to aging?
Dalawa lang yan eh. That is tooth decay and periodontal disease. Both preventable by oral hygiene.
So follow up, Doc, regarding this question. Apart po from partial dentures, what are the common alternative options when it comes to replacing our missing teeth or tooth?
Another kind of partial denture, but this is a fixed partial denture. We call that the bridges. With the bridges, you have to sacrifice a little of the tooth or the adjacent teeth to have a support for that prosthesis or artificial teeth. Then you have your removable dentures, the usual. Then there are certain types, other types of removable dentures. And there is also nowadays implants. There are dentists who specialize in implants.
Doc, na-curious lang ako since ang pinag-uusapan natin ngayon ay yung mga dentures, partial dentures, ganun. Parang naalala ko, merong mga tao na may silver or gold na tooth. Is this parang may purpose ba yung silver or gold tooth or parang for ano lang talaga siya? Parang aesthetic, ganun.
During their time, aesthetics, parang bling-bling. Pero usually, we still use the metal for a crown. Yung crown is yung you cover the tooth, the whole tooth pagka hindi na kaya ng pasta. There's metal within that crown. So, nandun pa rin yung metal. And yung gold teeth, very rare na ngayon. Kaya, medyo expensive kasi.
Okay, Doc. Sige po. Thank you po. Okay, Doc. Next question po. According to an article by Acra Medica Filipina, 85.2% of Filipino children aged 5 years old have dental caries or tooth decay. What makes you think that why dental caries are more prominent in younger patients?
Well, again, sa diet natin eh. Alam mo, Doc, maraming available ngayon na pagkain na puro starch, puro carbohydrates, and that's the main cause of cavities. And it's yung mga drinks natin, it's full of sugar din. Kaya medyo iwas-iwasan natin, let's eat healthy. Not only for our body, for the whole body, including the teeth.
So nabanggit ni Doc Ray kanina no, na instead of focusing on eating yung mga starchy or carbohydrate-rich na food, we can try to incorporate yung mga high-fiber food sa diet natin. And that's true for both the oral cavity or oral health. So next question ko, Doc. One of the common dental problems that most people have is tooth sensitivity or yung tinatawag po nating pangingilo, no? Can you tell us what is the root of this oral health issue and how do we combat this or fix this problem?
Well, there are several causes ng pangingilo. Isa na nga yung dental caries, which start off dun sa when acid attacks your teeth. Hindi agad-agad mabubutas. It's mag-aano siya yun, decalcify. Mababawasan ng konti yung kanyang pagkatigas. So nagpe-penetrate na doon yung lamig and heat, kung minsan mararamdaman doon sa loob ng ngipin. And then there's also yung sa sobrang gigil natin mag-brush, na-erode natin yung enamel. So na-expose din yung dentin layer ng ngipin. Very sensitive din siya.
So So sa loob ng ngipin natin, no, Doc, meron tayo kasing mga nerves or ugat na tinatawag. And yun po yung kumbaga parang mga nakaka-detect, no, ng mga heat, cold, no, yung mga pain na nararamdaman sa ngipin. Okay, tama, Doc. Okay, tapos nabanggit ni Doc kanina na pag nagtutoothbrush, hindi kailangan dapat sobrang hard nung pagbabrush ng
Yes,
teeth. Kasi baka masira daw po yung enamel layer, no? So, dapat, paano ba ang Doc, tamang pressure lang? Paano siya, like, paano natin mafe-feel na tamang pressure siya?
Yung paghawak mo pa lang ng brush, pag masyadong yung grip mo ay masyadong malakas, yun. Hold it gently para hindi mo nadidiin.
Okay.
Yun.
Okay, so gently lang, not too hard, no? Para di masira ang ngipin kaagad. Okay, sige po. So next question ko, Doc. The UST Health Service also boasts a dental service to students and patients alike. What are some of the dental services readily available to ensure oral comfort for our fellow Tomasians?
Okay. For students, we give free filling and extraction. Extraction for non-savable teeth. Then for faculties and support staff, we also give those services, plus we do oral prophylaxis for them.
Okay. So Doc, can you kindly tell us po na aside from the services that you mentioned, paano po yung process of seeking consultations or procedures with a dentist for the UST Health Service?
Okay. For consultations, you just come and visit us at the health service. We'll accommodate you immediately. Then, if there's a treatment to be done, we'll just schedule it.
I hope yung mga viewers natin, mga fellow Tomasians, you make it a point na you visit the dentistry department sa ating UST Health Service to, of course, enjoy the perks of having a good oral hygiene and having a great smile, no? Just like we said. So, thank you, Doc, for answering our questions for this episode. This has been a lot of fun, and I'm sure our viewers at home have learned a lot from your wisdom po. Thank you, Doc Ray.
Thank you too.
Okay. And if our fellow Tomasians ever seek dental help, let's be reminded that our university readily offers dental services in the UST Health Service. So thank you so much po again, Dr. Ray, our resident dentist from the UST Health Service, for taking the time with us. It's a great pleasure having you here po in our episode today.
Thank you very much also. It's also my pleasure.
Thank you, Doc. Okay, so to quote the famous Spanish writer Miguel de Cervantes, every tooth in a man's head is more valuable than a diamond. Our teeth are one of the most important parts of our outlook. Therefore, it is important for us to take good care of our dental health and practice proper hygiene to keep our precious little studs white and glowing. And perhaps, the absence of a tooth fairy isn't as bad as it seems. Always feel the roar by following us on our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, and YouTube page at UST Tiger TV and at UST Tiger Radio. And I myself am also on social media. Follow my journey on becoming a heart surgeon at Robert Katz. Once again, I am Doc Rob, your host for today's episode of Lifeline, the show where we improve our lives by feeding our minds.